New from Radiance, number 94 in the Radiance range, is Hokuriku Proxy War from director Kinji Fukasaku. And it feels like every other week I'm reviewing a new Fukasaku film that I hadn't seen before. And every time I find something rewarding in them. And every now and again I find one that just stands above the rest. Hokuriku Proxy War is one of those films. It is phenomenal. It's relentless, almost from the opening. In fact, from exactly the opening shot until the film stops, this is a relentless 98 minutes that is filled with action, tense conversations, wonderful set pieces, and a kind of different spin on the Yakuza genre, because for this location where we are, Hokuriku is a little bit different. It's windy, it's cold, it's full of snow sequences, so it just gives a different feeling to the film, watching the characters wrap up warm, always huddling round fires, bracing the cold weather and the thick snow outside. It's a different visual setting, which I really kind of like. It also has a different kind of Yakuza in the form of Noboru, played by Hiroki Matsukata, who is utterly mesmeric in this role. He is a character that's always moving. Even when he's sitting still, he's just kind of jittering, as if he's always on the edge of exploding or doing something. Sitting still is not something this character does particularly well, and he goes through the wars in the entirety of this film. And he's a very different Yakuza, because he is not one who is about legacy or honour or tradition. This is one who's focusing on land. Hokuriku is his homeland, and there are many people who will try to take that from him throughout the film. Larger Yakuza gangs who will come in, and he will bow to the traditions, take part in them, but they mean nothing to him. The only thing that stands for him is his land, his people, and he will fight relentlessly to achieve that goal. And there are many action set pieces throughout this. There are many moving parts as well, with different Yakuza gangs, different bosses, all who will come and go throughout the film in wonderful sequences. In fact, it's one of those films where the cover, you're like, it's never going to live up to this, with someone buried up to their neck in snow. But not only does this happen in the film, this happens many times in the film. This is a way of torturing people, it seems, and it is delightful. From the opening sequence to the book-ended end sequence, there are people buried in the snow up to their necks and being tormented, and it is gloriously over the top and unlike any kind of torture I had seen before. I found that the main character of Noboru was fascinating. He is stubborn. It's his defining quality. He will not give up. He will not bow to the other powers. He knows exactly what he wants, and he will lay down his life if it means he has to do that in order to achieve his goal. And it's watching this large period of time as this character moves through the world, ultimately chasing a goal which at some points seems so far out of reach, you wonder if he's going to make it to the end of the movie alive, if he'll make it halfway through the movie. Fukasaku again has those visual stylings whenever the action set pieces come that are just so frenetic, full of energy. They have those camera angles that just turn on their head as the action is unleashed. He sets up the tension remarkably well, even in the conversational sequences where people are sitting down discussing. There feels that the real tension and weight in amongst these sequences as well. And like I say, the standout for me is not only the Yakuza and what they want in this one, particularly Noboru, but the location, the look, the feeling of this one. Everything's just a little bit different. And for me, this was terrific film, which I really, really loved. Delivered on the action, delivered on a kind of emotional story, gave me a character that I could really get behind, and gave me bad guys that I wanted to see get their comeuppance. Many of them. Yeah, let's dive into the disc of Hokuriku Proxy War and see what extras there are. Here we are in the disc for Hokuriku Proxy War. Let's go to the special features. First up, we have Yoko Takahashi. Actress Yoko Takahashi reminisces about her time in the film working with Kinji Fukasaku and co-star Hiroki Matsukata, and how she created the character of Nobuko. It filmed exclusively for Radiance in October 2024. This runs for 50 minutes 51 seconds. She's talking about being in this film. It was kind of different for her at the time, having to really layer on this emotional content in certain sequence, how she was unsure that this was something that was really fitting for her. Next, we have Koji Takada. The film scriptwriter discusses creating the story from real events in his close partnership with the director Fukasaku during the late 70s. Filmed exclusively for Radiance in October 2024. In this 18 minutes 42 seconds, he talks a lot about just hanging out with the actors while on the studio's dime, enjoying life, how battles without honour and humanity really created this blueprint and kept them all in business for a number of years, and was just fantastic. There's a little bit near the end where he talks about creating the best line he's ever written, as he said, from this film, which they show you and talk to you about that a little bit. Then we have the Hokuriku Proxy War case. Yakuza film historian Akiko Ito investigates the curious crime-inspired Hokuriku Proxy War, the assassination of real-life Yakuza boss who was the model of the film's main character, at one of the locations featured in the film, created exclusively for Radiance in October 2024. Now, this guy has literally written the book Hokuriku Proxy War about all the real-life Yakuza involved, their tales, how the film went on to cause some interesting ends to some of the characters who the film is based on. Again, looking at a location as well. It's just a great extra. Lots of information which sounds fascinating, and you can understand why they turned it into a film. There is also a trailer included here as well. In the booklet, there is 28 pages and there is 3 written pieces. We have Fukasaku's theory of Machiavellianism, we have Hokuriku-style hard-headedness, and the sanctity of violence, all written in 1977 when the film came out. That's the extras for Hokuriku Proxy War. There we have it. Hokuriku Proxy War is out now. It is tremendous. Pick this one up if, like me, you're on the Fukasaku train and just want to see everything he's done. This is a standout. He stands me up there with some of his best. I'd love to know your thoughts on this film, so let me know in the comment box below whether you love it, hate it, feel somewhere in the middle. As always, there's more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, and manbefilm.com. Always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.